All right, so I'm not going to do a lot of fluff at the beginning here, but we are door knocking with David Taggart, and we're going to learn a little something.
I hope so. Maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
We've done a lot of door knocking on this street already, so a lot of it's going to be repetition. There's a lot of new roofs in this neighborhood, so not every roof is going to be somebody that can knock on. But these folks here have a pretty old roof. We're going to pass it up because the vent stacks and the turbines look new, and there's no immediate tree cover on there. There's not been any hail in this neighborhood, so there's no reason to approach it like you would an inspection for a hailstorm. Right? Yep. We're way out of the hail date over here. The hail damage that's on the roofing systems is very minimal. But what we do have is a whole bunch of trees that have fallen down, and branches that have hit different roofs. And so those are the homes and the branches we're going to focus on.
Bro,
yeah.
I actually don't, the mics aren't even on really, so.
Are they not on? Oh, you don't have the box plugged into the bottom of it.
It's all good. We're going to do it without the mics. We just got to speak up.
In the truck?
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay. Well, the truck's coming back. Do you want me to turn this off?
Yeah, let's turn it off for now. Any other mindset things before we hit a few doors?
No, mindset's bullshit. You just got to do it. There's no such thing as motivation.
I like that.
Motivation is fucking a pretend fucking thing that doesn't even really exist.
I like it. I'm flipping.
If I notice a bunch of sports stuff like on the house right here,
yeah.
Hey, I noticed you guys are huge LSU fans, and I just wanted to stop by. And you'll be like, wait, what? No. Hey, sorry, my name's David Taggart. I'm the owner of A5. I don't know if you've seen Adam or some of your neighbors on the street mention us on next door. We're doing free roof inspections because of all the trees that have fallen. We found actually a lot of trees that have actually caused damage to the shingles. I don't know, have you had your roof inspected? Okay. Awesome. Did your insurance company or a roofing contractor come inspect it? Did they give you photographs, documents?
Yeah.
Awesome. How well would you say, like, did they indicate in the report that there was anything you needed to pay attention to? Was there any cause of concern for this?
Yeah, a few spots for like down the road, but
okay. Nothing that's super pressing right now. Is there anything that I could do maybe to extend the value or service to you that I've done for your neighbors? I'd like to give you at least my card if that's possible. Let me see in my pocket if I actually have it. It turns out I don't. Let me give you one of my door hangers.
Okay.
This door hanger does actually have our San Antonio number. Our San Antonio office, our Round Rock office is over. Well, it's in Round Rock. I just said it. But give me a call if there's anything I can do. If your roofing contractor can't make it out to you, I would like to solve at least one of your problems today. If you're tired of roofers knocking on your door, on the back side of that, it's a big red thing that says "Please do not knock." Cool. Feel free to hang that on your door. Let your other people, most reputable roofing companies, if they see a no soliciting sign, they'll probably need it.
Okay.
Awesome. I appreciate you letting me stop by. Thank you.
You too.
You got 20 viewers at the moment, so.
5 fucking objections in a row. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
5 of them, dude. I usually stop at 3 and I'm like, next. Right? But 5 objections, bro. She threw 5 of them. Nope. They gave it to us. Now, here's the thing. She could be full of shit. Because she could absolutely be full of shit. Doesn't have a roofer, never had it.
There's so much tree stuff that you do.
This is
it's
not
crazy.
even. Bro, it was so bad. Like, this house was the same. I think we did this roof inspection. Yeah. It's just going to be a follow-up for us.
Okay. If there's any way it could be a little louder, I apologize. If it's weird, don't do it, but.
Let's see if I step back.
Yeah.
I just try not to be intimidating as possible.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
You're a big guy.
Yeah, and I'm aware of it too, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the. I wouldn't want to fucking walk up on me in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
So if they're not there, you write a personal note on the door hanger?
I don't do the personal note part, but I
you
do
just
put
put-
here on the bottom. I put my name and I put that I'm the owner.
Yep.
A lot of times when people see where it says owner on there, you're out door knocking, you're doing something. It'll appeal to the right kind of person. Those are my customers.
Yep.
People that appreciate hard work. That's what I want to do. So if they see my name, and I usually put Dave, not David, because Dave sounds more personal.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody likes Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's cool. Everybody knows a Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's are nice. Dave's are awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
Dave's are nice. Dave's are awesome. We're going to knock back down this way. That way we don't stay too far from the truck.
Yep. Don't be intimidated by the Uber Eats guy.
This dude's making killers here.
I was thinking it was a homeowner, so I was scared for a second.
That's always fun when you're walking away from a door and then the homeowner shows up as you're walking out of their driveway.
Yeah.
It's like you have a split second to make a decision. You either stop and talk and make shit awkward, or you just stay away.
Mm-hmm. Am I too close?
No, you're good.
He said, "What do you pay attention to? The obstructions and or like that?"
You notice how I always stand quarter turn to the door?
Yeah.
I try to keep this one back.
Mm-hmm.
Because this one doesn't have any touches.
Yeah.
And I try access and egress. I want them to be able to see.
Connect.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna flip it.
So we were talking about standing at the door. Where do you stand? I always try to step back from the transition from the sidewalk to the front porch.
Yeah.
And then let's go this side. And I always try to like quarter turn away from the door so the homeowner can see past me into the street, and so that they're seeing this part of my body from the front door, not all this. You know what I mean? I want to give them as few reasons to judge me or to disqualify me from business as possible right off the bat.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the things I can do to seem or to be much more agreeable in stature. You know, just to not stand like I'm a big bitch right in somebody's doorway.
Yeah, exactly. Someone says looks like the damage from the ice in Austin.
Yes, correct. Who's that?
Sam DeVries. Sam DeVries.
Sam. Yes, Sam. We are in Austin, my friend.
Hey, Chuck says, Tim, I just voted for you for an SVG award. If you win, my vote secured it. I'll just say I didn't give him any money, so I don't think I'm going to win that one.
Yeah, I don't think they hand out. They only hand out awards to keynote speakers, right?
I'll just throw that in there. Respect, though. Respect.
Yeah.
There's cool companies in there.
Don't tag them in this shit.
Don't tag their shit.
Guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here. Victor's doing this roof inspection. Keep going down to the next.
God, I just want to note there is cool companies in there. I'm not talking shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't think I'm gonna win that one for some reason.
I feel like I went to a roofing convention in Miami one time. My wife will never let me go unsupervised again. I completely understand it. I'm married now. I was single when I went, and
yeah, my wife won't let me go. Period. To be honest with you, for that one, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason is,
I think a lot of people they have conventions and stuff in Miami. There's only this certain types of familial units are going to be going to that one. You know what I'm saying? That's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'm fucking retarded and I know nothing about venues and business.
Hey, maybe.
You know? I'm going to talk to them about the porch.
Yeah.
a theory about dogs.
What's that?
There's only two types of people that knock on your door, and they're both official as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you answer those.
Yeah.
Nobody shows up unannounced unless they have a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They usually have a warrant or they got something for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But either way, you come to the door.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
You know?
Would you say this is the time where knocking is a normal time that you would be knocking? Okay.
It's a horrible time to knock.
I kind of just pushed this one a little bit because I wanted to see some action.
This is notoriously 11 to 1 is kind of a bad time to knock doors for my customer base.
Yeah.
Half of my household.
You have a gentleman at the garage.
I'm so sorry, bud. I apologize. Typically, with what we find a lot of times is we'll have half of our customer base will be home. Half of our customer base. If we look at our customer base, the other person in the household is usually the breadwinner, is usually at work. Right? The problem is between 11 to 1, we get a lot of people that run errands, go to the dry cleaners, pick their kids up from school, open early, have lunch with their friends. You know, and I say that as like the typical, stereotypical stay-at-home mom, but that happens to actually be our demographic. So, like, it is what it is.
So that gentleman seemed kind of frustrated. How often do you deal with frustration? Would you say that's like a couple times a day?
About every 7 people that you talk to, one of them is going to be vocal, right? Here's the thing, right? I get called opinionated on social media all the time.
Yeah.
Right? People love to say, like, oh, Dave Taggart's just real opinionated. He's opinionated. I'm not opinionated. I'm normal. Speaking your opinions and vocalizing what you think and feel in conversation is an absolutely normal and healthy thing. I'm just not afraid of the fucking backlash for saying the shit that I say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a lot of it. So 1 in 7 people are not going to be afraid of telling you how they think and feel.
So you don't fault them at all for having.
I know it. I'm the same way. If somebody tells me, hey, get the fuck off your porch, I'm going to throw a business card down in his front door. I'm going to be like, call me if you need me.
Yeah.
If you're going to be an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole too, but I'm going to be polite.
Yeah.
You know? And I've done that before. I had somebody yell at me from his kitchen. His son answered the door, and his son's like, hey, how can I help you? And I was like, hey, man, just in the neighborhood today, working with a couple of your neighbors. I don't know if you know Joe, like 4 doors down. And the guy screams from the front porch, get the fuck off my porch. And I said, sorry, man. I screamed back into the house. I'm sorry, bud. I'm not trying to bother you. I'm just here to try to offer you a free service. He yells, I said, get the fuck off my porch. I took my door hanger and I threw it in his front door. I was like, call me later. It fucking went off.
Any last, my phone might die here soon, so I just want to say, is there any other things you might want to share for folks? I mean, maybe we won't get up on a roof on this particular, we only got one homeowner, right? Besides the guy that was.
Yeah, no, in this neighborhood, not a whole lot of people are home right now.
Anything else you want to say just to folks? I mean, this is a unique experience to get to hang out with Dave while he's Dave.
Sure.
Well, he's door knocking. So, what would you say? Any other things that you would suggest as folks doing this and making sure it's like as effective as it possibly can be? Obviously, time is part of it. Day of time.
Day of time. The point is, a lot of people say that roofing's a numbers game. The more you do, the more success you'll have. And in a vast generality, yes, that's true. Roofing is a numbers game. The more doors you knock, the more deals you'll generate. The more roofs you inspect, the more contracts you're going to sign. Roofing is a numbers game. But it is not just a numbers game. Roofing is a mitigated numbers game. The more of those numbers you can control and manipulate to your advantage, the better you're going to be. So the time of day you knock, the general household income, the cost of the homes in the neighborhood, whether or not they're old enough to not have home. Like a bunch of houses that are more than 50 years old, chances are they have familial generations living in them, and a few of them might not have homeowners insurance because there's no mortgage. It's been paid off. The shit's been passed from generation to generation. So when you get into higher income areas, there's mortgages. That means in Texas they have to have homeowners insurance. You can kind of disqualify certain types of consumers or prospects from your selective buyer pool just by mitigating those numbers.
Because you're not knocking every door. Like we were being pretty selective there.
Selective. I know there hasn't been a hailstorm in this part of Austin in over 2 years, and the hail damage that's up here is like half inch at best, and it's 4 or 5 hits a square. So I'm not approaching it every door like I need a hailstorm. If you don't have trees sticking over your house with branches that have just been broken off in the last month, I don't probably need to inspect your roof for tree fall.
Yeah.
I need to wait until you got high winds or something else. There could be a reason to inspect a roof, but a homeowner that has branches in their front yard or a tree crew on their property is going to have a much higher sense of urgency. Again, all I'm doing is playing the manipulated number.
Hey, we're on social media right now, so I know a bunch of you motherfuckers got opinions on how the doors were knocked. So leave your comments.
Yeah.
Give us some tips. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Give us some tips. We love you.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for checking out this video. Thank you for letting me shout out you, brother.
Man, I appreciate you coming. I'm gonna need one of them signet rings too. I want does
Dang,
that shit
dang.
have magic powers, bro.
Bro, it says leads on it.
That is dope, man.
Yeah, bro.
That is dope. I like that.
All right, appreciate it, man.